This content is metaphysics equal limited money opportunities. I will give and receive positive energy, and I will successfully blow up on YouTube. You know why? Oh my god! Boom! Yeah, yeah, play. What's good, you know? Your boy JacoTheJoker. Fuck. What's good, you know? Your boy JacoTheJoker back and give another video. Bars, Avatar Jock, Jaco0d24, JacoTheJoker, whatever you want to call me. Just start with a jock, nigga. Well, we're gonna do 10 videos that will make you mad. I doubt it, but let's get straight to it.
It's Joker here, and in today's video, when we come to the top 10 videos that will make you mad. I had to beg him in the car to get my shoes. Then flash red laser beams on my chest because you thought I was the burglar. In a sense, why it was a nice...
Nope. We not
when
even
we come to the top 10 videos
10 seconds in.
I had to beg him in the car to get my shoes. Then flash red laser beams on my chest because you...
Bro, what the fuck is that? I ain't never seen a nigga who had 2 different haircuts in one haircut. This nigga got a low fade in the front and Hawaiian hair in the back. That alone just made me mad. Like this video might just be real. I might just get mad. Cause look at this. Look! That nigga got 2 bald spots too. You can see one right here and one back there. I ain't never seen a nigga who had a low fade and long hair with 2 bald spots. Not 1, but 2. Congratulations, bro. You are in the books of retarded, my nigga. Cause like I never seen nothing like that. Like you the first nominee. It's gonna be many more too.
thought I was the burglar. In a sense, why it was a
I
nice
would have
day.
thought too
People
if the
were out
haircut
shopping
was
these
like that. I'm gonna
garage
keep it
sales,
G.
and some other people were out on the prowl looking for some money to steal. And that's what happened. These two, they went out and stole this woman's purse. A 101-year-old woman, in fact, and
God
purse
damn.
forward or something. And they took the house as well as any stuff that he had inside of the house.
Took
And
the house.
now he's stuck without it.
They say a woman ran up and targeted their elderly mom.
She said they got mom's purse.
A woman?
Police say Nicole Joe and Jose Estrada had been driving around in a stolen red Ford looking for money. As Joe ran off with the purse, they followed.
I grabbed her, and she was a small lady and very light. I asked her, I said, "Where's the purse?" And she said, "I don't have it." And I said, "Well, where is it?" And she said, pointed toward the car.
Moving to 9, this one is just downright stupid. This
It
involves
didn't
a
make me
homeless
mad.
man.
It
This
made me
homeless
like
man,
these niggas are
apparently he
stupid.
had this little tiny house. It's a small little portable one that was built for him.
The
by
real
this
question
guy
is, how
who,
did
I
you
guess,
not kill that nigga? Like
wanted to
what?
do something nice for this homeless guy, and this homeless guy absolutely loved this small house. I mean, it was super great for him, nice, clean, and he really enjoyed having it. Except one day, the police came by and they confiscated his house because it was illegal. Apparently, he didn't have papers for it or
Oh,
something.
these niggas trying to double
They
team you.
took the house as well as any stuff that he had inside of the house, and now he's stuck without it.
Nice, man. I love it, man. Got my own. Oh, here's the key right here too.
That key belongs to the first real home Michael Clark had in decades.
Oh, I love it. I love it like a woman having a child. It's so nice, man. And I had a nice carpet in there. I got a little cot in there, and it's so clean and nice. I got a baby powder and just make it smell so fresh. All my stuff. Took me out with no shoes on. I had to beg him in the car to get my shoes.
His friends bailed him out, and he has 30 days to claim his house, but he doesn't know what to do to keep this from happening.
I'm not finna say no funny stuff, but what friends got this nigga out to the point where this nigga had a bond? How much was this nigga bond? And his friends couldn't, like, congratulations, bro. He got a tiny house, but like, what type of friends let this nigga live like that, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, the friends must have had some form of money. Y'all couldn't have get this nigga like $1,000 or something like that to go pay rent a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got his house, so I'll give it to him. Why did you get arrested?
Again.
At number 8, this has got to be one of the worst ones, if not the worst one on this entire list.
Can you
This
allow
is a
them to
level of
explain what these
narcissism
niggas
that,
is doing?
Quite frankly, I did not even know existed or was even
This nigga
possible.
kinda
This involves
cold.
a woman who,
This nigga
according to
shy.
her, she was a 9/11 survivor. And according to this video, she was one of the 19 people that survived above the point of impact in the South Tower. So eventually afterwards, she was more of the public spotlight type of figure. She had a huge story about it, how she survived and got through that whole situation. She's kind of a beacon of hope. She did some lobbying, political stuff. She even gave a tour to the mayor of Ground Zero, things like that. And then it all came out. Her entire lie came falling down because it turns out she wasn't even in the U.S. on the day of 9/11.
Now you find out this was all a ruse. Are you in shock? Do you think it's a joke?
Oh, it's hard to believe, and it's hard to wrap your head around it first. You have to keep reminding yourself.
What is wrong with niggas in these bald heads? Like, is it like a trend or something going on, bro? Cause like, bro, the light is glistening off this nigga head. Don't get me wrong, he looked clean. He looked clean. I was about to say something. I think I'm gonna hold that in.
Because ironically, it was the deception that didn't seem real. And then after you sort of come out of that shock, it sort of starts to make sense. The canceled appointments, the disappearances, the inconsistencies in stories and emotions, the emotional outbreaks, you start to say, wow, all that mystery that we couldn't figure out now is adding up.
Who's the one that lied?
This one's pretty disgusting. This involves a man who was falsely accused by a woman. And this happened back when he was in high school. He ended up serving, I believe, like 5 years in prison because he was forced to take a plea deal. He didn't do it, of course, but he was forced to because he was told by his attorneys and stuff. He was essentially screwed and went to trial with it. And he ended up, I guess, after getting out, trying to enjoy his life. But then this crazy woman added him on Facebook after he got out. And he decided it was probably a good idea to maybe set up some stuff with a private investigator to look into it. And this investigator got her to admit that she, lied about the entire thing. And she just didn't want to give up a $1.5 million settlement that she got.
So, let me get this right. She told a lie on this nigga. This nigga went to jail. Did a 5-year plea. Got out. Texted this nigga and a private investigator and said, my nigga, I lied about that. I just wanted that 1.5 million. For something I didn't do. I damn sure would have went to jail this time. Like, you would have caught first-degree murder. If they had family in there, would have caught them niggas too. Like, I would have went to jail for murder. You just say that, cause like, bro, you finna lie on me and give me 5 years for something I ain't do, and then tell a nigga that you lied. If she don't get in jail, she's going in the grave. Then y'all really gonna be mad at me. I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro.
Because of this. And she literally ruined this guy's life. He had a full-ride scholarship to USC for football before this, and it all went out the window.
We were closing the laptop, just like real quick,
I knew it was a nigga.
Thinking, like, what did I just see?
So Banks arranged a meeting with a private investigator who videotaped the whole thing. Gibson later explained she hadn't wanted to say that publicly.
Hold on, nigga. Ma, you black? Ma! Bro, what is this nigga? Bro, what is wrong with our community, my nigga? Bro, is she black? Is she black? You black and you lied on the pot? Oh. How? Oh my God, dog.
Losing a $1.5 million settlement.
I may not ever get the answers as to why I was supposed to go through what I went through. But I know that I'm here today, and I remain unbroken.
That conversation, we got some cops.
No disrespect. I damn near thought that was Kanye West. I'm gonna keep it a beat. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. I was like, that nigga Kanye that nigga Cam finna get on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro.
He did some really stupid stuff, quite frankly. This guy, he was at home with, I believe, his girlfriend or wife, and they started hearing some stuff outside. They looked outside, it's at night, and you can see a couple figures out in their backyard around their house. I think they only noticed the ones in the backyard, though, but they thought that somebody was trying to break in. So he did have a firearm. He grabbed that
Yeah,
and
banged on them
started warning them. They'd never announced themselves or anything like that, so he fired a warning shot, and that's where things started going down a little bit, because it turns out that these were actually police officers, and they were actually meant to be at a different home because they had gotten a burglary call from a house nearby. I think it was one of their neighbors.
So did he go to jail?
So because he fired this warning shot, he's now getting in trouble and sentenced for doing that, being charged for it, which is kind of ridiculous. At least I think.
You can't be doing your job when you come in my
Oh,
backyard.
this
try to
nigga with this
open my
two-headed
door,
fade.
open my window, then flash red laser beams on my chest because you thought I was the burglar. And I thought you was the burglar.
The jury thought Watson showed restraint.
Show restraint. The only thing that he should have showed restraint on is telling about this nigga barber. Hey, bro, has anybody ever had two fades at the same time? Nigga, what? Has anybody ever had two fades at the same time? He'd be like, no, not that I know of. Cool. I want a low fade. So I want the fade low, but cut this part off and leave the two bald spots right here. And let me get the long hair with it. Yeah, that's what I want. How much would that be? You know what I'm saying? Be like, nigga, it's gonna be 60. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Only firing one shot. For Brandon Watson, his life
oh, this nigga got
turned
kids.
upside down. Was unemployed for 10 months.
No jobs will hire me after they ran the criminal background because it's reckless handling of firearm.
Real quick, before we get to the next one, make sure you like
the
on
only
this
thing that's
video and
right.
also subscribe
I ain't
to
gonna
my
say no more.
channel,
I ain't gonna say no more.
or else a
I'm
burglar is
done.
gonna break into your house tomorrow. In a fight, a
Don't
car
say that,
dealership,
'cause I'm-
whoever the owner of this was did not have a good night. Basically, during the nighttime, a bunch of people broke into the office. So I guess two people specifically broke into the office of this car dealership, took all the keys for the cars, and then 8 more people came to try and take cars, and that's what they did. They got away with 8 cars, and then in that process, somehow, I don't know how you really managed to do this if you're trying to steal cars to sell them or whatever it is that you're doing, but they managed to damage 12 more cars in the process, just crashing into them because they were trying to get out so fast.
Trying to rush, yeah.
2 of the suspects entered the Tampa dealership through a smashed window and seemed to know exactly where to look for the box of keys.
They work.
Minutes later, a group of what appears
Oh,
to be
damn.
8 other young men waiting in the lot began unlocking
Damn, I thought it was
vehicle
the black
doors.
version of the
Tampa police say
KKK.
the
Like,
thieves
damn.
for the box of
Did that
keys.
nigga get ran
Minutes
over?
later, a group of what appears to be 8 other young men waiting in the lot began unlocking vehicle doors.
These
Tampa
dumbass
police
niggas.
say the thieves got away with 8 vehicles just after 7 Friday morning. Danny Halimi owns the dealership.
Moving us forward, we had a pretty crappy 16-year-old that's gonna,
Oh,
face some
good
pretty
Lord.
good prison
I would've
time,
been
and
pissed.
rightfully so. This
Jesus
involves also
Christ.
an old man, this senior citizen. He was going to the grocery store, just
Mhm.
going about his day, getting some food and stuff,
Okay.
and it was nighttime, so, I guess this 16-year-old thought it was a good time to maybe try and steal from this dude, but he went super overboard and beat him up really, really badly, and ended up getting caught shortly afterwards.
It was just like he was
God
intent on really
damn.
seriously hurting me, and I kept thinking, when will this end? If anything comes out of this, I want to make sure that seniors know that there is a real danger out there. I think I still live in that mode that
I'm sorry, Mr. Jenkins. Thank you, R. Chavez. Be gone. I'm doing a video. Yeah, that nigga messed you up, dog. Like, but in all actuality and realisticness, who would rob and attack an older person? You know what I'm saying? Like an elderly person. Like, bro, not to be funny, but they already got one foot in the grave. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let these niggas live before the other one gets in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, all jokes aside, though, like,
thing is hunky-dory and life is good and seniors.
See, he already got one foot in there before that happened. Now he got half his leg in. Like I'm trying to tell you.
get respected, and that's not always the case.
Over to 3, we've got another old man who got robbed, except he's a lot older in this clip. He's 100 years old, and I guess he was out of his little apartment area, and inside of his apartment he had his usual stuff, as well as a lottery ticket that was a winner. Now, it wasn't anything crazy, but it was still a winning
Who
lottery
gets
ticket.
shot? This nigga always laughing when he kills somebody.
He was intending to go and cash it at some point, but I guess somebody broke into his apartment, and one of the things that they stole was that lottery ticket. And that thief wasn't very smart. He went and, cashed in that lottery ticket, except that allowed them to track where he was, and then pictures of his face, because they knew the gas station and there was surveillance cameras.
Officer Bryant went around to convenience stores, finally tracking down the ticket and surveillance video. He arrested this man who lives in Larry's building and is suspected of stealing from other residents.
And they thank me as if I was a hero. I didn't do anything. I just happened to remember my scratch ticket.
Number 2, when you're going to a restaurant or a fast food place, you're expecting that food...
Sir, you did do something. You bravely came on the internet and told these niggas that you didn't do anything. If that's not enough of an applause, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're very brave, sir.
Being tainted or next to really gross things or stuff like that.
I'm sorry for pausing the video, but like in all actuality, where is 100-year-old person gonna go? Like technically, should they be able to move? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shouldn't they be like wheelchairing around the place? You know what I'm saying? Like.
Cleanly, you get the point, or at least hoping so. But this involves a Pizza Hut employee who really ruined that at this Pizza Hut because he was caught on camera peeing in the kitchen sink on the security cameras. Obviously, if you're ordering a pizza, you don't want pee near your pizza, quite frankly. At least that's just me. But he got into a lot of trouble.
Michelle Solins and her family wanted to eat but found the doors locked, wondering why. So we showed her the video.
That's disgusting. That is just horrible.
Can we see it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my goodness, and we eat there all the time.
After contacting the Mingo County Health Department,
what's
this
your name?
restaurant was shut down.
Yeah, that's cute. Ariel Rothfield. I'm gonna just call you AR, all right, Miss AR. You're very beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus.
Now a sign hangs in the restaurant's
Wait,
window
nigga, I don't care
saying
about the pizza,
conditions
nigga.
inside the establishment pose as a substantial hazard to the public health.
And fun, but let's start this video off with some lady who had a ton of security cameras. I mean, she had them all over, so she has this from every angle, basically. But this involves a guy who broke into her house while she was home. She locked herself in her room and then proceeded to call the police. It took them like 14 minutes to get there, so she had to scare him off, but it was still a really scary situation altogether.
I called 911 and stayed quiet because I thought they could get here and hopefully catch him.
While she's on the phone, watch as the burglar gloves up and pops the lock on this sliding door to get inside.
Look at how calmly he walks through.
That is smart.
The security alarm sounds off, but the burglar, unfazed, look at him walking through Casada's home.
I can hear him rattling around, and I'm telling 911 he's in the room next to me.
It's arriving 14 minutes after Casada called 911.
These niggas
This
are so
morning,
useful.
the
I'm
intruder,
useless.
still at large, his face now splashed all over social media.
I hope you get...
No, bro, God, that pet shop freezes dogs. And they say black people is the aggressive ones. If she doing that to animals, what is she gonna do to humans? You know what I'm saying? And look at her. Little Miss Princess. That's the YouTube video for you guys. That's the YouTube video for you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. No, come with another video. Today, the motivational quote will be, I said try something new. Say get up and work on your dreams. Work out. Yeah, you know. Try to wake up every day at the same time. If that makes sense. Like one day, just wake up at 6 o'clock. Or whenever time, wake up at a certain time every day for a month. and see how much productive stuff you get instead of sleeping in. Yeah, that's what I do. I get a lot of stuff done. I'm learning how to stop procrastinating. Okay, I'm sorry.